Three, two, one. We're back.
We're back.
It's been a while,
It's
as usual.
been a while. It's always been a while. And you know what happens? Whenever it's been a while, Sally, whoever like turns the crank that brings internet in her house, goes on vacation, or holidays as we call them here in the UK, and she doesn't get an internet. So she is currently internetless and needs to get that sorted. Or she just didn't watch the movie and didn't want to come on and pretending she watched the film.
I mean, she did say a lot of stuff, but we'll get to that.
We will. I'll get to that later because so much has happened.
Aye, it's been an interesting week. Should we say a week? Aye, should we say?
I don't know, a month. I don't know. It's been an interesting week, but all weeks are interesting. Lots of things have happened. Lots of things have happened this week.
Have you watched Bar Notting Hill? Or done anything exciting?
Have I done anything exciting? No, my life has been pretty boring recently. I've been doing my usual lots of overtime because, as you know, I like to do lots of overtime. I have been rewatching The Walking Dead. I'm now on season 4. I've been Terminus is the beginning of that season, end of third, into the fourth, and then they kind of escape from Terminus, and then this is a bit where the remnants of Terminus are kind of chasing after them. Bob's just had his scene.
I was going to ask.
Very sad. There was the scene in the last, because there was one episode that I always remembered from Walking Dead, and it was the episode where Carol and Tyrese have the house with the two young lassies. Like kind of like they play house for a day or two when they're trying on the run. And it's the saddest episode because like obviously the little girl is like bonkers and she like wants walkers through. And I knew it was coming, and part of me was like, I might want to skip that episode because it's upsetting. I was like, no, I'll watch it. I watched it, like, no, this is really good. And then of course the ending happens. I'm like, yeah, that's why I want to skip this because that is just emotionally devastating.
So,
but yeah, so I watched it.
Are you trying to watch it through at the end? Like you just try to finish it now?
My plan is to go all the way through this. I think in season 8, I might take a brief break, go and watch season 1 to 3 of Fear the Walking Dead.
Right.
And then they'll link up, and I might just do like a season.
Right,
like, a companion piece.
The timeline kind of thing.
I think it marries up at some point. I'll Google it so I'm not like getting ahead of myself. And then I plan on doing the spin-off, so that should be another 6 months, I reckon, to watch that.
Fucking sick of zombies after that.
Well, actually, the show was better than I remembered it being. Like, in my memory, it was a lot of whining, quite a lot. Like, there was a lot of feelings. But as much like there's quite a lot of action in the earlier seasons as well. I mean, there's some real dumb shit happens. I'm like, that's fucking stupid. But like, like see when they turn up the tank in season 3, I'm like, they have a tank. Like, where are they getting fuel for that tank? Like, that seems quite hard to run a tank around about. But whatever, it's fine. And like, there's some other things I'm like, dumb. But also is it David Morrissey? Was that his name? The governor? Is that an actor's name?
I think so.
He was chilling. And I feel like really he could have just left, but like that's kind of the point, is that they can't let go. Like sometimes they should just leave.
About the whole trauma thing about his daughter. It's like he's had that kind of, he can't, like also like you said, like kind of let go, like he needs to be like kind of controlling in a way.
I think that's there's just that in him, the kind of sickness in him, because he pretends he doesn't want to be this.
His character brilliantly. We obviously you've not seen it, then what you do in your life.
As we discussed this movie that came out 10 years ago, this TV show. Like, sorry, spoilers for a TV show that has finished and now has multiple spin-offs. Sorry, but suck it.
His whole secret zombie lair thing, whatever you want to call it.
Well, he had the secret room with like all the zombie heads in it and stuff, and he was always like, "There's just the lies after, just to cover up, covering it up." And Game of Thrones has got nothing on Walking Dead for killing main characters.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean, like people say, "Oh, Game of Thrones, they took it." Yeah, they are killing named main characters. Sometimes, well, quite often, like brutally. One thing that I thought was particularly well done was like showing like kind of how death can happen so quickly. And she had like 3 or 4 episodes where they're dealing with the flu pandemic in the prison, and Herschel goes in and he helps everyone, and he manages to, like, he doesn't get sick himself, and he saves it, and he's just taken out by the governor like an episode later. You're like, oh yeah, because
that was so surprising. I remember that. I was like,
that is, because I knew it was coming, obviously, because I've seen these episodes before. But I'm like, yeah, that's fucked up. Like, if I was watching that weekly, I maybe wouldn't have got that emotional impact. And I was like, yeah, and they just take people out. Like, hardcore. Like it's showing you the world is so dangerous. I think well they don't even lay off it later on because I've started doing this when characters come in. I start looking up how many episodes they're in, and it'll be like 40, and I'm like, all right, so I know they're gonna die. But so few people make it to the end of that show. Like,
Like if you think about, because I remember when, like obviously the picture that all on the farm, and they just kept colouring them out in black and white, and I was like, there's not a lot left.
well, if you look at it, like see the first season,
Mm-hmm.
out of them all in that first season, two get out, and it's
Daryl and
Daryl
Carol.
and it's Daryl and Carol.
Aye.
By the way, did you know there's only 3 years between them?
No,
In my head,
I thought
Norman
she was
Reedus was
older.
about yeah. In my head, Norman Reedus was about maybe 26, 27. I forgot he was Scud in Blade 2 in like the 90s. I completely forgot about that. He was almost like he was like 40 when he started doing that show, and he's like 57 now. And I looked up, she's 60.
Mate, I thought he was
So
30, like in his 30s when it started.
like he was because I looked up because I was always like they always kind of allude to that. I always pictured it as like a kind of mother son
Aye.
relationship with them. But I mean, it could have been either way because I mean, 3 years of a difference is nothing,
Mm-hmm.
and it's the zombie apocalypse, and he does clearly love her in this show. But I don't know if it's just like completely platonic thing because I know he gets like other partners and stuff, and she never really goes with anyone again. But yeah, I just thought only 3 years between them.
That's actually interesting.
But, yeah. Anyway, I mean, not a big deal. Anyway, so go and watch though. I recommend The Walking Dead. It's all on Netflix. It's all on Disney Plus. You can watch it all. I'm also going to watch the Scrubs revival because I'm quite excited about that.
Right.
Scrubs had some good seasons, but I've not got round to it yet. Oh, and also, there's one on BBC One that I think we should maybe just do as a kind of just a wee thing for us to watch
Bonus episode.
to break it for the movies. Just a wee bonus
Aye.
episode you and I could do. Hold on, it's got Mackenzie Crook in it. If you know who he is.
No.
Yeah, you do know who Mackenzie Crook is. He was a right skinny boy for The Office, the British version.
Oh, it looks like Cotton for the country.
He kind of looks like Wurzel
Oh,
Gummidge. I don't know what to
it was
say.
in Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, that's exactly him.
Yeah.
It's called Small Profits. It's by the same people that done The Detectorist, another excellent TV show. And I reckon because it's a BBC sitcom. It's like 22 to like 28-minute episodes.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I've seen a clip of this.
And apparently it's brilliant. And see if it's even as good as The Detectorist, I'd watch it because The Detectorist was fantastic. One of those like highly underrated shows. I think people watched it and loved it, but nobody watched it.
Right, I am down for that. Aye. Oh shit, he's aged.
Oh, aye. I mean, he was never a handsome man, and time has not been kind to Mackenzie Crook.
I know, I'd be down for that.
Cool.
What was I doing? I watched Marty Supreme.
What's that?
That one, Timothy Chalamet. It's by one of the brothers for the Safdie Bros.
Okay.
The ping pong one. It's up for the Oscars now.
I believe you.
Why is this is like the third person I've said I've watched Marty Supreme and they're like, what is that? I'm like, so one, people think Timothy Chalamet will win the Oscar for. I'm not gonna lie, overhyped to fuck.
Really?
Really overhyped. And I don't know if this is because because also the Safdie brothers split up because also one done the Smashing Machine with Dwayne Johnson, the other one done Marty Supreme.
Mm-hmm.
It's a whole lot of nothing for a film.
Oh, really?
Aye, like there's nothing that like see the way Uncut Gems was. I feel like it tried to do what Uncut Gems got that itch of the anxiety stuff, but they just it doesn't go anywhere.
I think sometimes with movies, what they do is they pick something that they think's an inspiring story, but when you kind of cut it down to it, it doesn't. It's not really that inspiring. It's like person done thing, well done.
Aye,
That's
so
it. I don't know the movie though, so I don't really. I don't even know who the person is. So
Timothy
Marty Supreme. I
Aye,
know Timothy Chalamet is. Yeah, of course I do. He's American Benedict Cumberbatch. We got a weird looking skinny dude.
pretty much.
Yeah.
I kind of don't want him to win the Oscar because
Who's he up against?
He's a better actor, or he's up against DiCaprio for one battle after another. He's up against. I was going to say Hugh Grant. It's not Hugh Grant. I can't remember his name.
It's a sports comedy drama film. Blah 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 blah. Okay, so Okay. Well, I'm looking what it is. I'm like, I don't know if I care about this, but all right.
It's not worth the watch if I'm honest.
Wow.
It's I mean, if you want to waste your time, like, fuck it, may as well. But I didn't like it at all. Um, try to see what else. I'm reading True Grit. That's another thing I'm doing now.
Oh, you're reading like the original, yeah?
Yep. Because I kind of want to watch the John Wayne film again, but I'm like, I really want to read the book and then compare. Obviously, the John Wayne one. The Coen Brothers ones does not exist in my mind.
Right. Okay. Now, Oscar nominations 2026. Timothy Chalamet, Mark Supreme. Leonardo DiCaprio, One Battle After Another. Ethan Hawke, Blue Moon. Michael B. Jordan, Sinners. And Wagner Moura for The Secret Agent. Don't know what that is.
I've not seen that.
Okay, I don't know any of them who are going to get that, but I mean, I would.
I kind of
I
hope.
just say Sinners is kind of like a big deal now. People are loving Sinners,
I
are
would
they
say
not?
I kind of hope Michael B. Jordan wins that.
I mean, DiCaprio's already got one, so I don't see why they're giving him another one.
I don't think he would never get it for one bat after another. His character's funny, but it's no Oscar worthy.
Oh, really?
Aye.
And I don't know, the sports comedy drama seems like a weird thing even been nominated for, to be honest.
I know.
And I don't even know what Blue Moon is, so.
Same. Was the other thing. I finally finished Sopranos.
Ooh, that is actually, I'm definitely that. See, after I've done The Walking Dead, I'm going to do The Sopranos.
Have you never seen it?
Bits and pieces over the years.
Mate.
I don't know why I didn't watch it because I've heard so many people say it's amazing.
I see why this was number one. I really see it, and I was like, oh shit. The only reason why I finished it was because I had the Sopranos podcast live show that we're doing with Michael. Can't mind the actual actors' names, but the guy who plays Christopher Montesanti and the guy who plays Bobby. So I went in a deep dive of Sopranos for the last month or so. So I watched the Many Saints of New York prequel film.
Oh yeah.
Shit.
It's one of his son, isn't it? Is it shit? Aye.
For what? Obviously, because I watched the full series, I'm like, yeah, there's a lot of plot holes. But obviously, because I watched that continuously and then went straight to the prequel, I was like, I am missing quite a lot of stuff. Obviously, because it's meant to build up a certain character they keep talking about in the show. And I'm like, they should have made this as a mini-series. It would have been so much better.
I think that's kind of off my hands. They don't want to do it, but then they make it, and it's not worth it.
That's the thing. So I don't know if maybe they might make something else. Who knows? But it shows unreal.
I'm trying to tell you. One other thing I've watched, not so much recently, but it's got its threequel coming out, the final part of the trilogy. Did you ever watch Becky or The Wrath of Becky?
What's that?
Becky was a kind of low budget action movie with Kevin James as the baddie.
Is and it was thing he's kind of promoting the baseball stuff?
I've no idea. No, this movie's quite old. It's like one of these. I say quite old. It's like 2020 it came out,
right.
And it was one of these things I stumbled across. I'm like, what the hell is this? And I kind of clicked on and realized there was a sequel. I was like, oh, I'll watch it. And basically, family go to cabin. There's something in the cabin. Baddies kill everybody. Dad, stepmom, everyone, and it's just left like 14-year-old Becky to deal with it, and she's just a little girl, so she just like murders all these guys, and then in the second movie she just does a whole bunch more murders, and in the third one she like works for the CIA. That's the one that's coming out, but it's one of these movies that I'm not sure why it exists or who's funding it, but someone is. But yeah, it's if you've got like an hour and a half free, I would suggest watching it. It's like if you watch The Babysitter. Like, you watched The Babysitter
with Vin Diesel?
No, sorry, that's a different Babysitter. That's the pacifier. That one's called The Pacifier. Babysitter's made by McG, if you remember him. It's brilliant. There's two. There's a sequel as well, which the sequel's not so good. But
is this kind of like the thing what Jason Statham's kind of doing, like the beekeeper?
No, this is actually it's Samara Weaving, and it's got lots of kind of faces you'd recognise.
Right.
It's actually 10 years old, this movie now. It's crazy. But it was on Netflix. You know how Netflix like suggest, oh, you'd like this?
Aye.
Well, I was like, fuck you, Netflix. You can't tell me what to watch. And then eventually I was like, how long's this movie? 90 minutes. Okay, I'll watch this movie. That's what they should say in movies. They recommend, Lee, this film's only 90 minutes. I'm like, right, I'll watch that then. Stop suggesting movies that are 2 hours, 37 minutes long. And I watched it. I was like, This was the most entertaining, silly slasher movie I've seen for years. So yeah, but yeah, just weird movie that I've watched recently. That's actually one we should watch for the pod. Now I think about it, because it's actually funny. And be maybe fun to talk about.
List. That's what I do when it have a list.
Add it to the list. We never watch. Maybe it's a Halloween movie, that one. But anyway, so that was what we've done, Logan. Have you got any news for us?
Right. What do you want to start with?
Do sad news if you got sad news first.
So obviously Robert Duvall, one of the best actors out there. That sounds bad.
I mean, certainly like a powerhouse in terms of actors, yeah.
Well, I mean, he was in The Godfather 1 and 2.
Yeah.
And they done a wee Scottish film and all, which was so random him today. It was about Scottish football, and funnily enough, Alan McCoy was in it, and Brian Cox was a Rangers manager. And obviously Robert Duvall, he was playing. I think it was his film. He was the one that wanted this film to be made.
All right, yeah. You get that sometimes, like little pet projects that they do when they're older.
For anyone that doesn't know who the film is, it's A Shot of Glory.
Okay, that one, I remember that one.
Aye.
And does Ali no play like,
he's
is
like
it Kilnockie or something?
Celtic player at the time.
Okay.
I've not seen it, but someone says he was supposed to be like a Celtic player that's like becomes up and rising football player. Makes sense because fucking Celtic are third on the table. Don't come at me.
I'm sure the football fans that listen to this.
Aye, of course. That's why we've got a bit of green in our template in the video. So obviously Robert Duvall passed away.
Passed away, very sad, but yeah, prolific career. Also 95.
I didn't expect him to be 95, if I'm honest.
I knew he was old. If you'd made me guess, I'd have probably said a little younger.
He must have been quite old in The Godfather.
I mean, what, the original Godfather movie? I mean, that was made. I'm just looking back through his career here to when The Godfather.
40?
Yeah, he'd been about 40. Yeah, because I mean, that film came out. That film didn't come out in 1990. That'd be the 80s.
Yeah, it was 80s
or the late 70s.
I would say 80s, late 80s.
Favorite film. Blah 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 blah. Mid-career. Godfather Part 2 was 1974. Godfather was 1970. So it was 1972 and 1974. So you're talking that's already 50 years ago. Yeah. So he's like, early 40s at the time. So he was not a young man, but he also wasn't like old. But yeah. Also, nice to see someone get to 95. Sounds like he kept all his marbles and all that. And quite often see these people fade away, and then like it turns out, nobody's been looking after him for the last 2 years of their life or something.
Well, he turned in The Godfather Part 3 because he knew it was going to be a cash grab.
Oh, really?
Aye.
Good for him.
I don't really know the story, but he did say about how he'd be happy like if everybody's got a fair split in the money, but no, obviously also Pacino got how much, whatever, and whoever else, and that's why he declined the job.
Oh wow! But I had the old. Well, I mean, that was back in the days of Hollywood when people could have like standards and that,
Aye. And it was discussed with Stanley Kubrick on the way he shoots his films, also the 90 shots he does and all sort of stuff. He absolutely hated that. Like he says he was disgusted in that.
What did he do with Kubrick?
I can't remember oh no, he was in what's it called? Apocalypse Now?
Oh,
Duvall? Have I just mixed up the actors?
I think you might have. It works with Stanley. Well, because Apocalypse Now wasn't he Stanley Kubrick, was it?
Aye.
Hold on a fucking second here, mate. Let's just... Right, Robert Duvall never worked directly with Stanley Kubrick. Right, Apocalypse Now.
I'm sure.
No, let's have a look. Francis Ford Coppola.
Right,
done,
mate, I've fried my brain today.
You've just absolutely embarrassed us all there, Logan, on our movie podcast.
I should have known.
And unfortunately, I didn't have the brain capacity to. I was like, I don't think that's who that was. Aye, because Coppola done Godfather, so he's obviously worked with Coppola later on because you're mental.
I don't know how I got that. But he doesn't like Stanley Kubrick, which is fair play to him. But anyway, the BAFTAs.
Aye. Oh yeah. So anyway, super sad. Robert Duvall had a great life, done well for himself. Good for him. Made it a long way. Cool.
I'll let you say the BAFTA stuff.
So that's why I get cancelled instead of you.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously by this point, everyone knows what happened at the BAFTAs. A man with Tourette's shouted a racial slur, upsetting Michael B. Jordan. I was going to say Michael B. Jordan, and is it Delroy Lindo? Is the other fella's name? And yeah, of course, they didn't know what happened. They just walked on stage, and then somebody shouted a racial slur at them. So understandably upset, completely understandable reaction. No issue for me. The backlash that the boy with Tourette's has faced since then, it seems to John Davis. It seems to kind of split. I think people understand what Tourette's is. Like, yeah, they say the worst thing at the worst moment, and then it really upsets them. And then you got some people being like, "Oh, he shouldn't have said it." It's like he can't really say it. He can't really help himself. Also, from what I've heard, the BBC actually put a mic near him to record his reactions. Don't know if that's been independently verified or not.
Aye. Well,
but
this was
I did see that, and I'm like, well, hold on a minute. What are you putting a mic near the poor guy with Tourette's for?
They had a 2-hour delay, so they cut out the obviously Free Palestine stuff, and they cut something else out, and then obviously then they cut out what was said with John Davidson.
Yeah, so they made a choice right there. We're not going to do the Free Palestine stuff, but we're going to leave a very offensive racial slur in the show that can get transmitted. I'm like, that seems weird. So yeah, it seems awful to me the way he was treated.
And not giving Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo any heads up on who was in the crowds when this was all going down.
Absolutely, yeah.
I feel like the BAFTAs and BBC fucking failed on that situation. And
100%, yeah. I think you've got to take additional needs into account, especially in that case, and especially with how that condition works. Like, it's, unfortunately, it comes across as funny when you watch the videos, but I believe he met the Queen and said, fuck the Queen to the Queen, and she laughed because she'd been told beforehand, this is what Tourette says, this is what might happen, he's going to say the most offensive thing, he doesn't mean it, it's involuntary action, and the Queen, she laughed. This poor guy's got to deal with this. So yeah, it's a real shame it happened, and also Jamie Foxx has been a real dick about it.
He's been a bit weird, but I'm not going to say it about him, man. He's just...
No, look, I'm not. Go Google it. As a million people have said a million different things. I'm sure people got lots and lots of takes. I've seen lots of black people kind of talk online about why they're not offended by what the guy said, and how what they are offended by is the fact that the BBC had the opportunity to not do it, to not show it, and they chose to show it, which just seems wrong. And I agree with that, to be honest.
But I do like the way that pretty much the full Scotland community has literally just said, "Fuck, this is what Tourette's is," basically. Plus, he was there promoting a film
a movie about Tourette's to raise awareness of Tourette's.
Come on.
Yeah, come on, guys, come on, just don't be mean to poor John Davidson. Go and watch his documentaries as well.
But anyways, just because of BAFTAs, the guy who plays John in I Swear won for Best Actor, and he bet a lot of people running up. Timothy Chalamet was up for a BAFTA, so was Ethan Hawke.
Is that for the films we mentioned earlier on?
Aye. So, I mean, I think they got 3 awards, but I think it was all for Best Actor and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah. Sure, wonderful, I deserved it. I actually should, everyone's told me this film's amazing. I need to go and watch
brilliant. I loved it.
Did you laugh during the movie?
Oh, it's funny. The stuff that comes at me, I'm like, oh my god. But then I realise, this is obviously Tourette's.
And this is the thing, is this is sort of horrible. Unfortunately, it is hilarious. Like, see, when just viewed, it is hilarious.
Aye.
But like, if it was your life, it would just be devastating. The guys
there's a few shocking moments. I was like, "Oof, that's heavy." Like, it balances the humour and obviously like the sadness about Tourette's.
Oh, good. I'm glad. You need that.
But I do recommend it. Not just because it's a Scottish film, but it's a brilliant film made. Plus, Peter Mullen's in it, a friend from the podcast.
Say that again?
Peter Mullen.
Oh, Peter Mullen, yeah, friend of the pod. Hi, man, got a picture of me. You got a picture of me, huh? Got his number. Shout to him all the time.
Who knows?
Yeah. Weirdly, yeah, he goes to Glasgow Film and Comic Con, which is bonkers. Apparently, he goes every year. Allegedly, I don't know if he actually goes.
I've seen him 3 times now.
Oh yeah, that's hilarious. Because if you go over and get a picture, he's like, yeah, I would never do a con because I don't believe in charging people money for pictures.
It's fucking insane.
That's cool.
I don't know if there's anything else.
That's...
Netflix is out the rest for buying...
Oh, I've seen this.
Buying...
WB, Warner Brothers.
Warner Bros. Don't know why I forgot that. Fucking hell, what is wrong with it? So Paramount is basically looking like they might have it now.
I don't know what to think about any of this stuff because I don't know if this is a good or a bad thing. It seems like something that's probably going to be bad in the long run for us.
It seems like a lot of people wanting Netflix to buy it instead of Paramount, which I was a bit surprised with because of the whole, oh, this is when they'll no go any, like they'll go, oh my god, no liberal, but the other one, right wing.
Oh, right, okay,
So
okay, okay.
this is when we all get into politics and that. But this is what people say. No, it's got to be more right wing.
From what I understand, the guys that own Paramount are like quite pally with Trump, but that's not a topic we go into on this pod, is
Well,
it? So we will leave it
I
as that.
disagree with this, and here's the reason why.
Your
So,
racism.
Sean Strickland, obviously, Paramount bought a UFC for like 3 billion or something, 12 billion, something like that. Sean Strickland's very racist
Okay,
or
yeah.
some way. So he had his post-fight interview, and he kept saying a lot of stuff about the Russians. Paramount cut his mic. That's the first time it's ever happened in a UFC event.
Oh, really,
Aye, so I'm surprised Paramount would even do that. So who knows?
What you've got to always factor in is that these companies are still companies. Like, no, we do not. If we get involved in this becomes an issue for us all the time. We want to sell our product to everybody,
So
and we've cut the mic. That was good for them.
if they buy over Warner Bros, I think people will be right going they'll be full right wing and all sort of jazz. But that's just my opinion.
We'll wait and see. That's all we can really do, mate, isn't it? So.
But I think that's everything I've got for the film news.
I didn't really want Netflix to get Warner Bros. Because then they get the DC stuff, and I don't know what the hell they do at DC. So
I think it'll be worse than what the DC originally what happened with the DC.
well, this is what people forget: is that people say like the new DC stuff's bad. It's like, do you remember the old DC stuff? That was pretty bad. At least the new stuff's coherent, and like you can watch it and be like, I know what happened in this film.
I mean, have anyone seen the Flashpoint film, or the Flash film? That I call it.
I watched the Flash movie and it was stupid from start to finish. Actually, one thing I feel bad for is the actors in that movie that got wasted in that movie.
Aye.
Just don't do it. Just no, off you go. At least James Gunn makes a movie that you can watch and go, I understood this movie and it was fun.
I mean,
whereas before, like, confusing.
Peacemaker. That's on it says Peacemaker.
Peacemaker, fantastic. 2 seasons of great TV. Very funny. Everyone should watch it. Second Suicide Squad movie, brilliant. Watch that. These all things. They all have one thing in common. Anyway, that's enough about me filleting DC new movies.
But do you know who's not in a DC film?
Who?
But is also in a Marvel film, TV show. I mean,
no.
Hugh Grant. Not in Hill,
Grant's
everybody.
Hold on, Hugh Grant's in a Marvel TV show?
Yeah, he was in Loki. He plays as a Loki.
So no, he did not.
Yeah, he
You're
does.
mixing him up with...
Hugh
Are
Grant.
you sure you're not?
Search us up. I'm positive.
No, have you embarrassed me for a second time tonight? It's not Hugh Grant.
I'm gonna hope no, man.
I think you have. No, it's not. It's not him. It's not.
Is it Hugh?
I know exactly who. It's Richard E. Grant.
What?
It's Richard E. Grant.
No, it's not.
Now, I'm not saying that Hugh Grant wouldn't have been a great Loki. I'm saying that he was not in the movie. Richard E. Grant, a completely different English actor, was in the. Promise you, not scripted. Didn't see this one coming. I was like, that is not correct.
Fuck's sake, man. So they brothers, they're related.
Any way, shape, or form. Nah, Richard E. Grant. No. He is the skinny kind of guy, big forehead, black hair goes all the way around it. He's in so much, man. I mean, he was also the Argus guy for a while.
And they're not related.
Richard E. Grant, it's fairly common surname, mate.
They kind of have the same mannerisms and stuff.
Yeah, English. To be fair, I see Richard E. Grant as a famous English actor. He's a Swazi citizen, so I guess he was born in Swaziland, now Eswatini. So yeah, he was like a British protector at the time. But yeah, he's absolutely not related to Hugh Grant. They're not brothers or dad.
It's not going well today. But anyways, Notting Hill.
I'm like, what was Hugh Grant? And I can't remember being in anything. And then he said, I'm like, nah, he's definitely mixing him up.
He was in Paddington. I know that.
He would have been excellent as a Loki because he's got that kind of befuddled face to him. He was also excellent in The Gentleman, but we didn't watch that either. Even though we should watch The Gentleman, it was great.
No, we have watched The Gentleman.
But we watched The Gentleman. I've watched it.
Whole podcast.
Really, we done The Gentleman?
I'm sure we have.
You sure? Nah. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Let's move on. Notting Hill, who has two actors and actresses that have not been in a movie. However, the third has.
Who?
Rhys Ifans was the Doctor. He was the reptile Doctor in The Amazing Spider-Man 2, and he makes a brief cameo in No Way Home. The Welshman, yes.
He was pretty good. I'll give that.
He was pretty good. So this movie does have a connection to the Marvel Universe, because of course it does. They all do. Somewhere.
Pretty much. What was I got to say? So...
Notting Hill?
What?
Keep going.
So obviously this was directed by Roger Mickle. And the writer was Richard Curtis. He was the one, his kind of debut of a film was Four Weddings and a Funeral. He made a lot of kind of rom-com kind of films.
Yeah?
Would you say?
Oh, I mean, that's fair. Yeah, he done Four Weddings and a Funeral. He done Love Actually.
That was
all that stuff.
Love Actually. I don't know what I said in case I was wrong on that and all. Obviously, this was released in 1999. The whole premise or the idea of the film was like, what is the most famous woman in the world fell in love with the most ordinary man in Britain? So obviously, it was a role reversal of basically, usually in a rom-com or romance film, is like the man has the power, fame, money, and while the woman's like kind of emotionally open, kind of awkward, nerdy kind of character. So I think this was also the first time the roles were reversed.
Oh really? Yeah. Okay.
Obviously it was filmed and set in Notting Hill in London. Do you know what the budget was?
Having looked it up online already, yes, I do know. It was about what you'd expect for that kind of movie to be, though. 42 million, I believe.
Yep. Lee's ruined the game again.
Ruined the game. Sorry, guys. I do read the wiki usually before I play it, before I come on, because.
Why did you get your source for your wiki?
Because it's got all the usual. Because wiki's pretty good, man.
Fuck wiki. It's just people. It's just writing in that and.
Yeah, but like people put effort into it. Like just people write the dictionary and just people write the Encyclopedia Britannica. You mean just edit it? But it's hard to edit now. You've got to like make a account and then like. Yeah, and if you edit it and you balls it up, like they just change it back to the correct information. Anyway, not that matters.
The box office was obviously 364 million.
Very popular.
One of the highest grossing rom-coms of all time. Major success in both the UK and the US. I was kind of surprised that it was successful in the US.
No, that was kind of back. Well, I mean, fair enough. I think Four Weddings was quite big over there, and at that time, Hugh Grant. I mean, he built an entire career, kind of befuddled, charming Englishman. Like that was like a whole thing for him for like a long time till he kind of aged out of it.
I was going to say this kind of cemented his kind of persona, like the Hugh Grant persona.
Oh yeah, the Hugh Grant. I am the same person in every single film I'm in. Persona up until much later in his career, when he kind of aged out of like being a young handsome guy and aged into like the kind of like an old sleazy bastard, which I think is more like his real life persona, to be honest.
And did he know that horror a few years ago, or was this Richard D. Grant? I'm literally mixing them up now.
No, he did do a horror. I will get you the name of it right now because it was like a whole big deal that he eventually started doing horrors and stuff. Sorry, that's Hugh Grant filmography. I'll just get right in about it. Heretic is the one that he done.
That's the one, because he does like a Jar Jar Binks impression in that.
Yeah, oofed.
Obviously, the character he plays as William Thacker was basically written for him.
I've seen that, yeah.
Can't find the actual bit.
It basically says they only had two people in mind for the main characters, and it was Hugh Grant and it was Julia Roberts, and they were the first people they offered it to.
Mm-hmm.
And Julia Roberts was like, "Yeah, I want to be in this movie."
She I think her agent, because she says it's like one of the best rom-coms she's ever read.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, she absolutely loved it. Yeah, but yeah, it's yeah, it was good. I don't know what else to say about that. But yeah, keep going. What else you got for me?
So obviously Richard Curtis developed the film from the thoughts while lying awake at night. He described the starting point as obviously the idea of the most normal person going out with the unbelievable famous person in the world, and how it how they basically connect in a way.
Absolutely, yeah. We're just in the plot. Somebody here, keep going.
No, I was just going through like me facts here.
Yeah.
The original cut time was actually 3.5 hours.
I seen that. Now I thought that this movie was long anyway, and I would guess now you may notice later on in the movie they go for a dinner at this restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
You seen that? And they talk about how they go there every week. I'm like, I bet you most of what they cut was in that restaurant. Because see, if you look at the actual movie, they only meet like 3 times. Like they meet originally in the shop, then he spills the juice on her, she comes to the house, and then they kind of like meet again at the hotel, and then they go for dinner, and then it kind of all falls apart. So I reckon there was a lot more of them spending time together. Because it's just like moment.
When the first date, well, supposedly meant to be the first date, and he goes to meet her, and it's like a full-on Q&A for her film.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, that's like, well, she invites him down because she thinks it'll be finished, and it's not. So he has to kind of pretend he's with a horse and hound. And then I think they go for dinner that night, but he goes for dinner with all of his friends.
That's it, aye.
Yeah. And then they kind of have their moment, like in the little garden, and he takes her back to the house. But yes, it's like, but they don't actually meet that often. It's very much just like a lot of time goes by, because I think after she goes back to the hotel and the boyfriend's there, like a year passes before she sees him again.
Aye.
Yeah, which is also, by the way, great scene. Like when they do the whole like just show you the passage of time as he walks up the street.
I wonder if that was an intentional thing today, or was this like, fuck, I feel got cuts down when they add something amazing.
That was my thought. Is that they need to show how much time has passed, but we can't just have all these other scenes because it's taken too long. Let's just do a walk up the street and like a year passes and we do all the seasons. I mean, have the pregnant lady having a baby at the end of it, so like that's how much time's passed, and time enough for a lady to be pregnant and also be now holding a child. But yeah,
so
I just have to mention that scene because my missus absolutely thinks that scene is brilliant.
Really?
And every time we watch that movie, she loves that scene. And every time we watch it, she points at that scene to me. I'm like, yep. Every time we see this movie, you tell me this.
I had a wee bit for that, and I can't remember what I was going to say about it. That was it. The long shot where obviously William Farquhar walks through Notting Hill during summer, autumn, winter, and spring was actually 4 different shots, all filmed the same day. Computer technology morphed Hugh Grant seamlessly from one shot to the next.
Yeah, it made sense. I mean, it was great shot, brilliant. No notes, loved it. How did you feel about the movie? Did you enjoy this kind of movie, Logan?
Right, so I don't think I would have enjoyed it if I didn't know the amount of actors that was in this. Like, I was kind of surprised who I seen in it, and I'll tell you why. So, obviously, you had Rhys Ifans.
Rhys Ifans, yeah.
Rhys
Evans.
Hugh, I'm butchering names. Hugh Bonneville,
yeah. From the Upstairs Downstairs TV show.
I was going to say the Paddington films because I fucking love them.
Oh, really? The Paddington films? No, he's from Jesus Christ. That's the one that you went to. No, Hugh Bonneville is obviously famously, if I can find it here, Lee, you absolute buffoon. Hugh Bonneville, oh Christ, man. He has the most English butler face, and that's why he ended up in these movies. It's Downton Abbey. Jesus, I'm a nightmare tonight. So he was the Downton Abbey guy. He's like the head dude.
Oh, is he?
Yeah. That's what I thought you were going to say there. Also,
genuinely Paddington, and this one will baffle you as well. Tim McInerney.
Yeah, Tim McKinnon. Of course, I know who he is. He is massively famous. He's been in Doctor Who. He's been in Game of Thrones. He was the Iron Bank guy. He's also in uh, Sherlock Holmes.
Game of Thrones.
He's older. Yeah, I said Game of Thrones. I said Sherlock Holmes, and many, many, many things. He's in loads of stuff. He's like
Doctor Who. My mind went straight to Blackadder.
Blackadder, yes, excellent.
I'm trying to see who else was in this. Oh, James Dreyfus.
Which one is he again? Yeah. This kind of skinny guy. Yeah. No, he's not.
Oh, yes.
He's not the book thief. Dylan Moran is the book thief.
Mate, they look the same, right? Just...
Dylan Moran is the guy from Black Books, and he is the book thief. James Dreyfus is from loads and loads of different comedy shows.
Aye, gimme.
Gimme, The Thin Blue Line, Mount Pleasant. He's in loads and loads of stuff. But he's just one of those guys that is. I'm just looking at his wiki there. Personal life, Dreyfus is gay. Yeah, we know, mate. You don't have to tell us that.
No, gimme.
Oh wow! Look, he's in House of the Dragon as well.
Oh, is he?
He's also in Game of Thrones. Yeah.
Oh. I think every British actor's been in that.
Yeah, there must have been running out. British actors went, quick, get him as well. That's hilarious.
Also, you said Dylan Moran.
Yep, who's the book thief?
Who's also in Shaun of the Dead. Fat Boy Run. So it had some amount of actors. I was like, I've seen him in something.
Well, there's a lot of British actors in it. Now, one you missed there for some crazy reason. Hold on. Emma Chambers is Honey Thackeray's sister.
No.
She was. Oh, you could tell me this because it's sad, or?
Well, because she passed recently, didn't she?
It wasn't that recently. It was like 8 years ago.
18.
But she was in Vicar of Dibley.
Never seen
it. And I'm never seen Vicar of Dibley.
It's a Catholic thing. You think I watch something Catholic related?
Jesus Christ, man!
No, I've not seen it.
Vicar, she was in Vicar. She was in loads and loads. She was one of those actresses that was just in every British TV show. She was great in this. But I actually forgot she died, and then I was looking up all the actors. I'm like, oh, that's sad. She's died.
It's a heart attack she died with.
Yeah. Also, famous actress Misha Barton was in it. She was the young actress that was in the movie within the movie Helix. The one that he says, "Oh, is this your first film?" She's like, "I've been in 22 movies."
I know who I thought about.
Yeah, she's in loads and loads of stuff. It was so many things. You've got Sixth Sense, OC. She was in that. I think she was big for being in that one. She's in loads of things.
You've got the even Sanjeev Bhaskar.
Yes, he did a wee cameo, didn't he?
I was surprised to see him in that.
Yeah, playing like a finance bro.
Aye.
And a scene, I'm like, oh, that's a scene that's in this movie. So yeah. But anyway, back to the actual storyline of the movie. Did the jokes land for you? Did you find it funny?
What kind of jokes? I can't remember any jokes.
A couple of visual ones at the beginning, like when he said he's got the the date with the woman, Rhys Ifans, and he's got like the t-shirts that are saying like funny things, and I'm like pointing towards his dick and all that.
Aye.
And it's like, you're the most beautiful woman in the world, and then he turns around and says fancy a fuck in the back, that kind of stuff.
Aye. I thought they were alright, but my favourite bit was this sounds so stupid when I see it. Obviously, Hugh Grant character owns the bookshop, but it's not just a bookshop, it's just maps. Travel.
It's a travel bookshop. It's like a book about travelling.
And it's also the guy goes in and says, "Oh, do you also sell books, like fiction books?" And it's like, "No."
Yeah.
And then he goes through all these offers, like, and Hugh Grant's like, "No, they're all fiction books." And then it gets to the end when Julia Roberts goes back in the bookshop, and the guy comes back and says, "Fuck off."
Yeah, it's just straight away. Nope, not you today. Get out. I'm sure that was very funny. So I'm saying there was a couple like jokes that weren't proper jokes. They were just like funny reactions, and I thought his delivery was fantastic. His comics straight away just said, "Nope, not today. Out." Because he's like, normally he'd have been charming and polite and put up with him, and they did no. That was great. Even the bit when he says to Dylan Moran about the book he put down his trousers, he's like, that was funny. That interaction was good. But Hugh Grant was very, very funny in this movie without having to make actual jokes. He was just saying funny things. I thought that was excellent. I think Hugh Grant was excellent in that. I think Julia Roberts' character came across as kind of unhinged at times.
Well, I was going to say, do you want to read what Sally said? Also, she's not here.
Nah, she's not. She's not here. We're not telling. We're not saying what she said.
Because some of the stuff she put in that message, I was like, you know what? That's exactly what I was thinking.
Okay, you read it to me then. Actually, do you want me to read it, seeing as you cannot talk tonight?
I can't talk tonight. I don't know what's wrong with me.
Right. Okay. Let's have a look. Okay. She loves the film. It's a real 90s rom-com. I think that's all accurate. She watched it with her kids, and they thought it was weird, but still sat through the whole thing, which is usually a good sign with the kids if they don't leave. I think it's a cute story, but Julia's character is toxic, and that's her children's words.
Julia.
Which I thought was very interesting, as I didn't think that when I watched it as a teenager. So it shows a true growth in relationship and wrongs, or at least in my house. So yeah, she liked it.
I agree with her kids.
I don't agree because she suffers the whole way through the relationship, because she has that moment after she has this wonderful night with a man who didn't really know who she was and just treats her like a normal human being, which she loved. And then immediately the paparazzi at the door, and she freaks out because she knows how much it's going to like hurt her. And then obviously later on she has that kind of thing where like they had the picture of her chesticles, and like she knew how much that was going to hurt her. Everything she thought was like, I'm going to get in so much trouble for this is going to follow me for this long. And then later on at the dinner scene, she does even say like I've only got this limited time, and if this hurts my career for 2 years, that's 2 years where I'm not making all this money, and then in 5 or 6 years, I won't be getting these parts anymore because I'll aged out of it. So I could see why she reacted in all those ways. I do think she was maybe a bit unreasonable, but also from her point of view, she wasn't being unreasonable. She just wanted a normal thing, and it just keeps getting taken away from her.
I disagree. And here's why. Oh, we also forgot Alec Baldwin was in this.
Yeah, that was the boyfriend. Yeah. Uncredited cameo. Hello, Alec Baldwin.
I wonder why it was uncredited.
Because sometimes they just don't, whatever. Keep going.
But anyways, Hugh Grant doesn't know, like, she's got a boyfriend. He's like, oh, what was this? Not mean. And then she treats him like a fucking dafty. Do you know what I mean? But
I think what's happened with that though is I got the impression that she was in that relationship and she was just in it because it was good for her career.
Mm-hmm.
And you kind of got the impression that Alec Baldwin's character was kind of just doing what he wanted and sleeping around, and she just had to kind of grin and bear it because it was good for her to be seen with him. So, yeah, but you're also right. Like, she could maybe have said something, but she also said that she didn't think he was going to turn up. She had no idea. She kind of thought it was over, and he just turned up. So,
but there's
maybe
the other thing and all was like when she was at the filming, like kind of Bridgerton kind of film.
Yeah, whatever it was. Yeah.
And also Hugh Grant's character comes up, and then one of the stand-ins or the other actors is talking to Julia Roberts and says, like, who's he kind of thing, and also he can hear because of the mics.
Do you not remember? She explains that in the next scene.
I know, but it's not a good excuse.
She didn't want to tell him because that guy's indiscreet. So what she means is he would go and tell everybody who you were and what I was up to. So she's like, I don't want this guy involved because...
Think about the embarrassment Hugh Grant had to go through for that.
She didn't know he was listening in.
Still.
Yeah, I'm not giving you that one. That one's stupid.
Are you for real?
I'm for real, man. Yeah, I think I don't think it's wrong for her to lie to somebody she knows is indiscreet and will start blabbing about this. Because she obviously had feelings. She was there. She wanted him there so she could be like, I want to be with you. But she wanted to say that to him, not have this guy telling every single crew member before she leaves.
Then Hugh Grant turned her down like a G.
Like a daft prick, as Reese Evans said to him later on. So.
Well, that's kind of funny enough.
Daft prick. Like, that was good delivery. Also, it was very funny when he was like trying to get into the press conference, and his pal in the wheelchair comes in, and she's like, I'm doing a story on how hotels treat people in wheelchairs, and they're like, oh, well, that was good. I mean, like loads of good moments, cutesy stuff at the end when like just to get a boy for standing in front of a girl and all that, and I'm like, I'm kind of eye rolly because that's not for me. That kind of cloyingness, but you know, late 90s, that makes sense. That's the kind of thing we'd done back then.
Do you know what the with Julia Roberts' character from Richard Curtis. According to Richard Curtis, there's two actors that were basically a hybrid of Julia Roberts' character. Do you know who the actors were meant to be? Actors?
Actresses? I don't know. Is it Audrey Hepburn?
What? Yes, that's one of them.
I have no idea.
Grace Kelly.
I think they mentioned both those actresses in the movie as well.
I can't remember, if I'm honest.
How old do you think Julia Roberts was in that movie?
Oh, I'd say 30.
She was about 29. Do you know how old Hugh Grant was?
40 odd.
35.
Is he? Oh, it's a odd age gap, to be fair.
29, 35 is not too bad.
I
mean, also, he was a handsome 30, 35. He could have been like 32, and she could have been played like 28. That's not that bad. If she was 19 and he was 35, I'd be like, oh man, what's going on here?
I guess so.
Yeah. Do you know why she said, when the pal asked, what did you get paid for your last movie? And she said 15 million. Do you know why she said 15 million?
Because that's what she got paid for that film.
So she got paid for actual Notting Hill. And in rehearsals, she originally said 10 million. And then later on, she said 12. And then when it came to actually filming it, she said 15. I went, why do you keep putting the money on? She's like, I'm tired of being lowballed here. I'm like, that's quite funny. She's told them how much. 15 million. Oh, good for her. Good for you, Julia Roberts.
Exactly. The outside reception area, or at the outside bit of the hotel of the Ritz, was actually filmed in the Ritz of London. It was actually filmed between 2 a.m. and 4 a.m, so they did not affect any of the real guests that were staying in the Ritz.
I did see that fun fact as well.
That's a very short filming time frame.
Not a particularly long scene though, is it? So it makes sense.
So probably took them 2 or 3 nights, hopefully.
Yeah, I guess. So I've not got a lot to say about this movie other than, yeah, it was good. I'll probably have to watch it again at some point because Yvonne will put it on and I'll be like, okay, I guess I'm watching this film. Would you watch this movie again?
No, myself, but I probably would.
If you had a missus, you're like, I'll probably watch Notting Hill. Like, that's a good Valentine's Day movie. That's quite sweet.
When Harry Met Sally.
I would watch that. That's a good movie. I would watch Love Actually again as well. I like Love Actually. I don't know if I'd watch Four Weddings and a Funeral. These are all like the same kind of, like, no, obviously when Harry Met Sally's not, but like I kind of lump all these movies. They're all kind of interchangeable to me. But I guess whatever. I'd watch it. Maybe not. But I know at some point I'll have to watch this movie again.
You'll never watch the Wednesday. Watch it.
I don't think my kids would ever want to watch this. I can't see why they would. Like, why are you watching this stupid film for?
I think. Oh, the other thing I liked. It shows you obviously how quiet William Thacker's life is compared to, what is Julia Roberts' character called in this?
Anna something. I can't remember off the top of my head. Anna Scott. Yeah.
Aye, what was I going to say there? And it shows you how mental her life is when like let's say for the shop it's quiet. I think that may be a good representation. Like also he has the bookshop. It's quiet. It's subtle. It's calm. While let's say the paparazzi, it's just fucking mental.
I think that was the parallel they were drawing. The ones that like most lives are just like nothing much happens. You know, you go to work, you go for dinner, and like a day-to-day basis, not much happens. I will say there was one thing, and I did say this to my missus last night, is that I reckon he must be independently wealthy because he runs a shop that makes no money and actually runs at a loss, and he has an employee. So that seems to be like a typical Richard Curtis thing, like character who is just unspecifically wealthy, lives in Notting Hill, owns a shop in Notting Hill that does not make money, and is open for a year after he says with a big sales drive they made minus $360. £360. So like, I guess he's just rich.
Or do you think he's just basically using his dad's money?
Well, that's why I said independently wealthy, because I'm guessing the family have got money. Like he's a rich, him and his sister are just basically bankrolled by their parents.
But then compared to his sister, although it's not mentioned, like she is no like money.
Well, I think I'm sure they mentioned at some point like how she's also like in some kind of failed profession doing nothing.
Like she's an artist. I think that's what they're trying to say.
So that's the impression I get. Is like they're just rich, and just it's not really part of the story. So like, rich movie actress falls in love with like upper middle class rich Englishman. It's not like he's working down a coal mine or anything,
I
But
mean,
anyway, it's just I thought I'd mention it because it's one of those weird things. They don't really talk about it. They mention it once, but at no point he's like, "Oh, I'm going to lose the house," or "The house is up for sale." It's just he has a lodger,
aye,
and apparently that pays for his entire life.
yeah, does not look like
It doesn't look like Reese is working either,
I
does
was gonna say
it? So
fuck away anyway. But I mean, the perfect example with that, just because you're saying, is the cake scene, like oh no, the brownie scene, like oh if you want this brownie, you need to say what's the fucking worst thing
also a
happened
good
to you,
scene by the fair. That's
which
a great scene, yeah.
brilliant. I have a few questions here.
Mm-hmm.
Is Notting Hill a perfect rom-com or just a perfect cast?
Oh, a little column A, a little column B. It's definitely a perfect cast. Um, no argument for me there, and it is a very good rom com. I don't know if it's perfect.
Okay. Do you think does this movie still work if Julia Roberts isn't the biggest star alive for its
Um,
time? Just to clarify.
yeah. I like say, yeah. If it had been like just some unknown actress playing a famous actress, no, it wouldn't really made any sense. It had to be like a proper famous actress in that role. Otherwise, I mean, who knows? But no, I think it works better as someone who was massive like her.
Aye. Do you think this is one of the? Do you think this was the peak of Hugh Grant? Like, do you think this was his best performance ever?
No, I think his best performance was in The Gentleman. I said that already. It's his best rom com, probably top three.
Really?
I think a lot of the American ones he done after this were not as good. Like they were all pretty poor compared to this. So probably of his rom com performances, this was probably actually maybe the top actually.
Oh.
So yeah, I'll give you that one actually because he done so much stuff after that. With like he done like, music and lyrics. He done two. Is it 2 weeks notice or was the other Sandra Bullock one? I get them mixed
I
up.
don't know. I've not.
He
I've
done.
not mate,
Hugh
I
Grant
might
man.
I might have to them up. So
That's true. You didn't even know who. Yeah, good point. You didn't even know who Hugh Grant was apparently. Um, let's have a quick look. Actually, I'm not going to go into it too deep because nobody really cares. But he done. Oh god, I forgot he was in Man from Uncle. That was good as well. Um, he done. Okay, that was okay. He done the Bridget Jones stuff. About a Boy was good to be fair. 2 weeks notice that was him. I don't know what that is. Mickey Blue Eyes. Jesus, I forgot about that one. So yeah, I did Paddington. So anyway, no. So shut up, Lee. Yeah, I'd say this was his peak rom-com performance, but his best performance was definitely The Gentleman when he played something completely out of character.
do you think Julia Roberts' character was vulnerable enough, or do you think she's still untouchable in the end?
I think the whole point of it was that she kind of learned to be normal, so she had an arc.
Um, do you think the power imbalance in this relationship romantic or unrealistic?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I mean, the crazy thing for any normie to go out with an incredibly rich, famous person is that you immediately have to quit your job. Like, you have to live off them, so you become like a parasite. So who the hell would want to be in that relationship? Like, what are you going to do? Go down to your job at like the mechanics, or like, are you going to keep going to your job if suddenly you're going out with somebody that makes 20 million a movie and travels all over the world,
Aye.
or do you get dragged all along with them, or have to stay home and look after the kids all the time?
Um,
Which sounds all right, but to be fair, but
I, I don't know. I don't know how this one will go. This question, but just bear in mind, obviously, because this is what's filmed in 1990, so this is
Mm.
celebrity world's probably changed big time after that. But
Okay.
do you think the film? Do you think the film critiques celebrity culture or romanticizes it?
I would say it romanticizes it.
Do you think so?
Well, yeah, because I mean, she basically meets a guy. They have a couple of interactions. They kind of have an electric moment. They fall in love, and then it all works out okay in the end after a couple of minor inconveniences.
Right. I was thinking just in general with Julia Roberts' character, like the whole, like say the brownie scene, saying about how she's always been on a diet since she was like 18. I always think about this lifestyle. I don't know why my mind went straight to that, but I agree with you all saying.
Yeah. I mean, like I'm not saying being a celebrity is easy. You've got to like work out like all the time, and you've got to do all these kind of crazy diets constantly. But you know, if you want to make $20 million movie, you want to make $20 million a movie, then that's what you do.
Do you think the audience still accept this level of fantasy now?
Yeah, you could make this film now.
You think so?
I don't think you could, no, at all. I reckon it would be weird now. It's like, you know, it's just I don't think it would make sense. Like, but how could you? How would it work? And how would the person that ends up there would come across as like a stalker that somehow managed to bag a celebrity? In my mind, anyway, because like you couldn't say, "Oh, I don't really follow these sheets," because like like what mega celebrity would you not know? Would you not recognize these days? Saying that, I did see Sydney Sweeney without her makeup, and she looked completely different.
Oh really? I didn't know she posted.
Oh, she posted a picture the other day. It literally popped on my feed earlier on. I'm like, oh, she's still very beautiful. And then people were mad at her for not looking exactly the same as when she's got makeup on. I'm like, yeah,
Oh, that's
this was weird.
aye.
It's like, it's like if I shaved my head, people say you don't look the same. It's like, yeah, I don't have hair for a start.
What was the thing? Is Notting Hill a comfortable movie or just a genuine classic?
See that one again?
Sorry, I'll read that. Is Notting Hill a comfortable watch or a genuine classic?
Oh, comfortable watch, comfort food, basically at best. Like I could never watch this again my entire life and not feel bad about it. But also, like if I had to watch it again, I wouldn't be mad.
I think we would get a different answer for Sally.
I think Sally probably watches this movie every year.
Yes, it's a ritual for her. That was all the stuff that I've got. What is your rating for this film?
Do we do ratings or do thumbs up, thumbs
I
down?
don't know. Thumbs up, thumbs down, left, right, and centre.
Thumbs up. Again, it's worth watching. If you've not seen it, you should watch it. It's worth seeing. It is a Richard Curtis movie starring Hugh Grant. You know exactly what to expect when you go in. But I'm not mad at it. Like it's like this movie is entertaining. It's funny at times. It's a breezy 2 hours as well. It's not like, oh my god, when is this fucking thing going to? Like I'm glad they cut it down from 3.5. Although I tell you, I would sit through the 3.5 hour cut once to see what was in that movie. But
this?
like, yeah, I would sit through the three just once.
Oh, I thought you
to
said
see
you
what was
have.
in
I
it.
was like, tell me all about it.
No. I've no. I don't even know if it exists, but I would sit through it once just to see what they'd cut out. But I think I can guess. I'm sure you could get a hold of it if you want, yeah. But yeah, 2 hours and whatever it is, 2 hours 8 minutes. If you can sit through it, it's okay. It's you can look down at your phone and then look back up and you've not missed too much, that kind of stuff. So
I thought it was alright.
mm-hmm.
I don't know what to really say if I'm honest. Like, also because compared to when it was set compared to now, I don't think I would have watched this in general.
No, like I don't think this type of movie could be made or exist. You don't really get Richard Curtis movies anymore, do you? That's interesting. I should have said that to start with. Let's have a look. You must be doing something. You can't be doing nothing. So Richard Curtis, what are you up to? You are 69 years old. Nice. Okay. Short films, don't care about that. Oh Jesus Christ, he's been working consistently. Wait, hold on. Writer. That Christmas, that's an animated movie. Genie. Oh Jesus, that was him. That might have sucked ass. Documentary film. Mamma Mia, Here I Go Again. Yesterday. Yesterday I heard was okay actually.
What one's that? Is that the?
That's the one where it's the Indian lad that wakes up in a world where there's no Beatles and he does all the Beatles music.
Aye, because Robert Clyle's maybe in that.
Aye.
It's on my list to be fair. I've always wanted to watch it. Because Robert Clyle plays John Lennon, I think.
That's funny.
I'm sure it's John Lennon.
I'd like to see Robert Clyle do John Lennon. That'd be really funny. So yeah, I mean he's still working and stuff, but like you can his era's gone. Like people aren't like, oh, the Richard Curtis movie's coming out. Let's go and see that for Valentine's Day. So I just don't think you can do that anymore.
It kind of makes me sad when we do these episodes because I'm like, because you can tell when it was like big during a time period and then not so much now.
Yeah. I mean this is ultimately what it lands on, isn't it? Is that things have their time period and they go away. If you look back at like your Superbads and all that kind of stuff, they had this time when they could do that kind of comedy. Aye. And now if you're trying to do it, it doesn't work. It doesn't fit in today's world.
That's why they turned them out. It's like about like see how you always highlight it was like early 2010s films and they were just super dark. You could barely see anything happening. Maybe it was just me kind of noticed this. Like Sherlock Holmes with the guy Ritchie Sherlock Holmes was kind of the same. And I thought, what the fuck?
There was scenes with it, yeah. There was all, I mean, to be fair, that was a lot to do with TVs at the time because a lot of TV, especially in the UK, our TVs weren't as good as the American TVs. So they'd make these movies that were everyone was kind of like in darkness. You couldn't see a fucking thing.
It was such a
And then they
weird thing.
lightened up because they realized that TVs couldn't handle it. You also had to do things like, so this is not relevant to what we're talking about, but if you watch the first Transformers movie, the action is so fast you can't actually tell what's happening. It's like two big robots punch each other really quickly, and then like you're like, okay, one's dead. I need them to talk or something to know who the hell this is. And they're like, "Rah, I'm a baddie." You're like, okay, that's the baddie, right? Okay, or if they're like, "Oh, Optimus," okay, that's the goodie. Because so they have to like they make these movies in a specific style, and they're like, "Yeah, we can't do that because it's stupid." Another way of saying it is that movies copy each other. If you've seen Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, they done a specific art style which was really cool, and then 20 other movies copied that style. Yeah, so it gets ripped off, and that's So you get the amazing one, you get like your Notting Hills, your Love Actuallys, which are like really good for the formula, and then you get the lesser copies.
Aye,
and that kind
like
of kills it.
The watered down copies.
Yeah, basically that's it. Effectively, remember the Asylum? Well, here's like Transformers. Well, here's Transmorphers. And eventually you watch one and it's garbage. And it's just like this lame copy. And you're like, all right, cool. And then it sullies, like, if a Richard Curtis movie comes out, you're like, yeah, but I've seen, like, the crap version of that. And now it just lessens everything else.
Like,
so anyway, yeah.
Is it Bad Neighbours with Seth Rogen? It was like the kind of frat party films, fighting the parents or the adults. That was kind of like an era of film, and I'm like, why do we need this sort of comedy in that?
You'll find that goes away and then comes back again because you had like the Porky's in the 80s and you had American Pie in the late 90s, early 2000s, and then it goes away and it comes back like 10 years because we get sick of it.
It's like Revenge
and then we like come back. Revenge of the Nerds is a good example. Who also recently died.
Who?
The main guy for Revenge of the Nerds.
Shit, never knew that.
Yeah. Did you not see that? No.
I'll have to come up with it for me.
I'm just getting his name because I can't remember it. His name is Robert Carradine, and yes, he was related to the other Carradines.
Oh.
So yeah, he killed himself, sadly.
Martin Short's daughter, no? I forgot we didn't.
Oh shit! We just ended it on a positive there, yeah. We're going to mention a bunch of people that killed themselves.
Sorry.
By the way, no, you're right. I shouldn't even have bridged that guy. But you did mention Revenge of the Nerds.
Aye.
So yeah, he killed himself, and Martin Short's daughter killed. Very sad for Martin Short because he seems like a nice man. Survived by our dad and our two brothers. But yeah, sad news, sad depressing news. Have we got anything happy we can say, Ed, on that instead?
We'll have a next episode.
I think me and you should maybe do like a wee special episode at something. If we watch that the Small Profits, because we've not done a wee bonus episode for a while.
When they start doing them, even if it's just film news. Since we're coming up in end of March,
end of February, end of March.
Well, this time comes it'll be March.
Okay.
We'll have something out, but we don't know when. We'll decide then.
I'm going to try and get us to pick a bad movie we can make fun of for a change, because last two episodes have been me and you saying this movie was pretty good. Like, yeah, it was quite funny. I like that. Those jokes were good, folks. So it's good if we pick a terrible movie, then we can be like, this movie sucked, and here's why. Like,
aye, definitely. Well, it is. We'll say goodbye for now.
Bye.
Bye.
Sally, be back next time. Bye.